Welcome back to my channel. I am Captain Tom Mengashi, United States Army retired and the former adjutant for Base Support Battalion North out of Camp Bear in Kuwait. Folks, if you're thinking about joining the U.S. military or you're already in the planning your next career move, understanding military pay is absolutely critical. Now today I'm breaking down exactly how much the military pays in 2026, including base pay, BAH, BAS, bonuses, and special pays. Also, I'll share insider tips from my time as an adjutant in the United States Army so you can maximize your income and avoid mistakes that cost service members money every single year. Let's go ahead and dive right on into this and let's get started. Now, let's talk about base pay explained. The foundation of the base pay is your rank and your years of service. In 2026, base pay is increasing across the board due to inflation and national defense adjustments. For example, a brand new E1, and by the way, E1 is someone who enlisted in the military for the first time, earns around $2,100 per month. By the time you reach the rank of E4, and again, E refers to enlisted, you're earning around $2,800 to $3,200, depending on time and service. And E6, with several years, earns anywhere from $4,000 to $4,500, and maybe even more. Officers start higher in O1, and O, meaning officer, 1 is lieutenant, starts around $3,800, and by the time you reach O3, captain level, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $6,000 to $7,000, depending on your years of service. And you also learn that if you have prior years of service as an enlisted, you're going to make more money as a captain over some captain that did not have prior years enlisted service. But here's the key. Base pay is just the foundation. Most of your real income comes from allowances. Now, what is allowance? BAH, or housing allowance. Let's talk about the biggest part of your paycheck, BAH, or basic allowance for housing. BAH is dependent upon your duty station and your rank. For example, it also includes whether you have dependents. In expensive cities like San Diego, Honolulu, DC, or Seattle, BAH can be anywhere from $2,800 to over $4,000 per month. And the best part about this, folks, is it's tax-free. Now, this is why two soldiers with the same rank can have very different take-home pay. BAH changes everything. It's kind of like folks that work for the federal government. Some folks that work for the federal government, depending on if they out of DC area or if they're out of South Carolina or Jackson, Mississippi, you'll make more money with the same position if you're in the DC area because they take that into account. Now let's talk about the BAS, or Basic Allowance for Subsistence. In 2026, BAS is roughly $460 a month for enlisted and $330 per month for officers. Now this also is tax-free and helps cover the cost of meals, whether you're at home or grabbing lunch on post, your base exchange, or, and by the way, lunch on post, you have things like Burger Kings and all types of wonderful restaurants, including Starbucks and other sandwich places. Now let's talk about special pay incentives. Now here's where you can start stacking the income like a pro. Special pay includes hazardous duty pay, jump pay for those who feel like jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. Now, why would somebody jump out of a perfectly good airplane? I don't know. Ask my brother. He did that. He was Special Forces, Airborne, all that, everything. But you get special pay, includes hazardous duty pay, jump pay, flight pay, sea pay, language proficiency pay, and that's, for those folks who hola español. Yo estudio español por 2 años en la escuela secundaria, pero no hablo mucho, solamente un poco. You get extra money if you speak that. And I was stationed in Panama, and let's just say that was one. I'll do a standalone video about that. But anyway, other special pay includes special duty assignment pay and overseas COLA, or cost of living adjustments. And these can add anywhere from $150 to over $1,000 per month. Then, of course, there's bonuses like reenlistment bonuses can hit $20,000 to $90,000. That's right, folks. I said $90,000 depending on the MOS. High demand career fields like cyber, linguistics, special operations, nuclear, aviation, offer the biggest payouts. But here's the secret most people don't know. You can time your reenlistment to maximize your bonus amount. If the Army increases bonus next month, you can delay your reenlistment to lock in the higher number, but only if you know the system. And by the way, I tell you what, the military is the greatest cheat code in life. I'm going to do another standalone video about that. And I mean that in a good way, by the way. Now, let's talk about your breaking down your paycheck. Let's give an example, a realistic example. Let's say you have an E5 with 6 years of service. The duty station is Fort Liberty or Fort Bragg, depending on what you want to call, Fort Liberty, North Carolina, and they have dependents. That means children or spouse. Your base pay is going to be $3,200. Your BAH is going to be $1,850. And your special duty pay will be $150. The total monthly income is $5,660. Annually, that is $67,920, and much of that is going to be tax-free. Now, here's another example. Let's say there is a captain in 03. The duty station is Washington, D.C. The base pay is, say, $6,800 a month, and the BAH is going to be $3,400 a month. BAS is going to be $330 a month. The COLA would be $250. So the total monthly income for that captain will be, see if my mind works right, $10,830 or $129,960, with a large portion of that again being tax-free. This is why the military is still one of the most suitable career paths in the country. Now here's some final tips to maximize your pay. Before we wrap it up, here's how to maximize your income. Number one, you want to choose a high demand MOS. That way, when you do get out, it can carry on in the future. You want to earn special pays. To consider serving overseas assignments to get that extra pay. I remember when I was serving 2 tours in the combat zone, that money that I earned was all tax-free. You want to serve in a BAH by living below your allowance. So in other words, if your BAH is paying you $3,000 a month, why would you want to buy or have a mortgage or rental that's over that? Kind of think of ways, if you're earning BAH, which is like free money, that's not related to your rank as much, instead of finding something that's $3,000 a month, find some place that's for $1,500. You want to be safe, of course. You want to use TSP, especially the Roth option. Now, talk to a financial advisor, but if you are not matching, having the government match, you are throwing money away, leaving a whole bunch of money on the table, and just put money away. I know several captains that were millionaires in the Army. I personally know them. You want to get promoted as fast as possible. Take as many opportunities that will set yourself apart. And take advantage of reenlistment bonus windows. Remember, if a bonus is going to open up next month and you're set to reenlist this month, postpone reenlisting until next month to get that bonus. I remember when I enlisted in the military, I received $3,000, and $3,000 back when I enlisted was like, I want to say, let's just say it was a lot of money. So, if you want a video breakdown which MOS earns the most money, or a full guide to military bonuses in 2026, go ahead and drop a comment down below. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe. We talk military life, travel, real stories every week. So with that, I wish you all blessings and blessings. Shalom.